Namaste. Welcome back to Awaken Living with Nibodhi and your weekly wellness tune-up. This week we're discussing holding, being held. Before we can genuinely be held by another, we must first learn to hold ourselves. And sometimes this is really scary. This is the sacred surgery of the soul. It's a compassionate inquiry look into the layers of our subconscious conditioning. And as the layers peel back, it's scary. It can be terrifying. But what happens is these soft, authentic parts of ourselves start to emerge, which reveal both a vulnerability and a strength. What we need to really look at is how present we are with ourselves. Can we be present enough to move energy through our body, through waves of emotional release, especially when something profound starts to stir within our being? That profound feeling may be painful. In fact, most of the time it is. But we need to learn to be present. Can we be present with the parts of us that are aching to be held? The parts that long to be embraced by a mother or a father who couldn't be present for us when we needed them the most, when we had no one to hold us. We are here now. We can hold ourselves now. We must hold ourselves now. Here, now, if we can hold ourselves, it becomes this sacred bath, this energetic bath washing over us of self-love, naked, vulnerable, and surrounded and cherished by our own heart. A heart we need to remember to trust deeply. And sometimes that's difficult because as a child, if we were abandoned, if we were neglected, we didn't learn to trust in love. We didn't learn to trust in the safety of love. We have to remember that. This is a sacred remembrance. But remember, this sacred moment, we can be immersed in love. It is raw, it is tender, and it's deeply healing. And it's work we must do if we want to live an awakened life. This is a profound awareness of the self. It's a reparenting of ourself, because our parents aren't going to come back and do it. We have to do it ourselves. The core wounds of our childhood, we can heal them by holding ourselves in the presence of our own love. We have to decide we're worth it. We're worthy because God created us. That's worthiness. All we need to know is that we exist and therefore we're worthy of love, and we need to be worthy of our own love. The glory of Ayurveda's healing is that it nurtures this ojas, this vital essence of emotional nourishment. It restores that sattvic, clear, balanced state of consciousness through love, through holding ourselves in love. And in this moment, we can truly hold ourselves. We are no longer waiting or longing for the parent who couldn't show up for us. We are no longer looking for our parents in other people, in other relationships, in other experiences. Instead, we become the compassionate parent that we always needed but didn't get. But this happens by holding ourselves tenderly, vulnerably, and allowing ourselves, perhaps for the first time, to fully receive. This is a sacred pause. This is a sacred remembrance, and it's necessary. If we want to truly serve, if we want to serve authentically, if we want to show up authentically for ourselves, in our relationships, in life, we have to start meeting our own truths with dignity, with tenderness, and with devotion. Because true healing happens not by bypassing the pain. It happens by embracing it fully, not judging the pain. It's not good, it's not bad, it's not right, it's not wrong. And it did protect us and served us, and it helped us survive, but now we're ready to thrive. So true healing happens not by bypass. It's by embracing it fully, consciously, and with empathy and compassion for ourselves, for the pain, for the wounded child. I'm very excited to share with you Real Mushrooms, the sponsor of the Awakened Living podcast. I use their mushrooms every single day because they've genuinely changed my life. I trust them because they have 50 years of expertise and use 100% organic mushrooms Zero grains, zero fillers, which are found in most common mushroom products on the market. They use just real, organic, clinically tested mushrooms. Every morning, I use lion's mane to sharpen my thinking. I use cordyceps to give me the clean energy I need for the day. I use chaga to strengthen my immune system. And when stress hits, and it does, I use reishi to bring me back to center. With their products, you actually feel the difference. Through the end of March, Real Mushrooms gives Awakened Living with Nibodhi podcast listeners 25% off their entire first order. Use the code AWAKEN25 at checkout to get 25% off your first purchase. You can find their link in the show notes or visit nibodhi.com/mushrooms to get yours today. If we aspire to transformation, we must first cultivate the courage to hold ourselves. Transformation doesn't happen by looking outside of ourselves. And when we sense the tide of emotion rising within us, stop, breathe, connect to the breath, connect to the heart. Put your hands gently over your heart. Breathe deeply into the belly. And ask your inner child, beloved, what do you need right now to feel held? What do you need right now to feel safe? And just listen. And just offer awareness, offer attention, offer love to your inner child. You don't need validation or permission from someone else to do this. You just need to love yourself. This is Ayurveda's wisdom in action. It restores the harmony to our nervous system. It takes us out of that fight, freeze, or flight state into regulation, into coherence, where the three doshas are balanced. Vata becomes soothed, pitta becomes calm, kapha becomes nourished. This is the essence of Ayurveda, of yoga, of Tantra, to be fully alive, fully present with what is, not pushing it away, not pushing away the shadows, not denying the shadows, but holding ourselves in love and in light. Because the deeper we can hold ourselves, the more we're actually going to attract those who also want to hold us and those who want to hold themselves. And yeah, it's scary. It's so scary. Tears will come. Emotional release will come, but these aren't signs of weakness. They're signs of great courage. They're rituals of release. These are rites of passage into authentic self, into becoming whole again, to reclaiming who you are. In holding and allowing ourselves to be whole, we honor both our innate wisdom and the core wound, our strength and our softness, our clarity and the chaos. But something magical really happens when we stop pretending to be fine. And it's okay to not be okay all the time. Something magical happens when we finally surrender into vulnerability. We discover the power of alchemy and how deeply healing it is for ourselves. And when we heal ourselves, we give others permission to heal. We remember that our openness and our softness can become a foundation for our true mastery. So if your heart is beating hearing this message, if you know deep down it's time to embody yourself completely and authentically, then here is your invitation. Hold yourself with fierce compassion. Allow yourself to be held tenderly by yourself and lead yourself from this profound place of power to embody your whole truth. First, pause, breathe. Ask yourself, what do you need right now to feel held? What do you need to feel safe? Put your hand on your heart, breathe, and come home to yourself. This needs to be done over and over and over again. It's a practice. It's a practice of remembering yourself. It's a practice of self-love, self-nurturing, but you're coming home, finally. You're not waiting for someone else's permission to do it. Give yourself permission to love yourself fully and nurture and love yourself 108% maximum capacity, every breath, every step, every moment. And be where you are, be who you are, become and remember love is your nature. Thank you for joining me again, as always. And if you found this useful, please share it with anyone you think may benefit from it. We all need support some way or another. My vision, my goal is to share this, what's real for me, what's alive in me, what I'm going through. Because if I'm going through it, I know everyone else is too. And I hear it all the time. A lot of what I share is what people are asking me to share and my own experience. So share what you've experienced. Share your wisdom with people. Share your love with people. And we grow one conversation at a time. Until next week, namaste.